Today's show is sponsored by the Mike Flowers Poops. Fragrant. Hello, you're listening to The Technical Difficulties. I'm Tom Scott. Joining me in the studio today, please welcome. He reads books, you know, it's Chris Joel.
Good evening.
Everybody's favourite Gary Brannan. Gary Brannan.
Because Thursday night is buggery night.
And the bounciest man on the internet, Matt Gray. The way the show works.
Great cry.
I'm so happy it's Saturday.
The way the show works is very simple. In front of me, I have a classic deck of trivia question cards. And by classic, I mean they're from 1984. I'm going to read out
Have another go at that.
I'm going to read. Shoot it up. I'm going to read out an answer, and all you have to do is guess the question. Correct questions get a point and a ding. And particularly good answers get Mystery Biscuits. Oh yeah. So we start today with the stations.
Where would you find a train?
Different stages of the death of Christ in the plays. Stations of the
Yeah,
Cross.
Stations of the Cross. I was trying to think about a phrase as well.
Well, as you can see, I didn't manage to really phrase it. I just sort of blah, blah, blah.
It's a lovely connection. Sadly, it's
Completely wrong.
under sports and leisure, and I don't think Stations of the Cross really falls under.
And now, the 33 AD crucifixion champion!
I can just see the commentary with all the statistics flying up on the side of the screen as well. Hours on, number of nails, nail length.
Special features, spear to the side.
Oh,
And he's gone for the Crown of Thorns bonus move. That'll score big with our Lord and Saviour.
7.2, 7.4, but it's only a 2.3 from the East German judge, strangely enough.
Ooh.
Wow, that joke was topical 20 years ago.
More like 2,000
years. Look at the way he's carrying that cross. What a pro. Barely a flicker of discomfort on his face. A model of the game.
Who will come back to play tomorrow?
Final was always rubbish. Yes. Stations, sports and leisure.
Yeah, more into leisure. We're looking for board games here.
Oh, Monopoly board.
Where would you see Fenchurch Street and
You're very close, but I'm looking for the ones on the American Monopoly board. Can you name any of them?
Grand Central?
No.
Well, I'm
enough.
out.
Pennsylvania.
Yep, I'll take one of them there. Anyone else want to go for a bonus point?
No,
Boston.
Chicago.
No, B&O, Reading, Pennsylvania, and Shortline. Your next one then is Denmark.
If someone called Den was to slap me really hard around the face and leave a reddening of the skin, what would I have?
I was thinking more it was a currency backed by Dirty Den out of EastEnders.
Denmark. 3 Denmarks to 1 Angie Frank.
That joke's about the same age as the question.
Yeah. Wow, it is both Deutschmark and Dirty Den. I'm just going for jokes from the past today.
Can I say, there are going to be people genuinely listening who have no idea what either of those concepts are.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
The euro came in 2000.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking more the Denmark is like Bitcoin, only, with terrible ads on television fronted by Dirty Den.
A small online coin with the face of Leslie Grantham is basically what he's saying.
Yeah, that works. Well, it's what they got paid in Fort Boyard. At the end where all the gold tips out, they're Denmark. I'm just coming up with gags that were brilliant decades ago at the minute.
You are smack on the money for 1998 right now. You really are.
I peaked back then, to be fair.
No, it's just the way your trousers hang.
Denmark, gentlemen.
Bacon. No.
Not that we're recording this just before lunch or anything like that. No, does anyone know what the main bit of Denmark is called?
Bacon.
Middle.
All I can think of is Zealand.
We're looking for the Jutland Peninsula.
I thought that was...
That was a
no,
battle
that's
in
Rutland I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Yeah, that's in Leicestershire.
Oy vey.
Rutland, capital of Denmark.
Next up. Oh, God. I was really hoping this was going to be one that couldn't be turned into a cock gag, but your next one is General Tom Thumb.
What? Dusting off the tome and creaking it open, blowing off the dust. It says here in an ancient script, "What is ye name of Matt Gray's penis?" He was at a freak show, wasn't he? Or a variety act, a very short man dressed as Napoleon or something.
Yes. Absolutely right. You know who exhibited him?
P.T. Barnum.
P.T. Barnum. Exactly right. Have a point and have some biscuits.
Mystery Biscuits! Oh, yeah.
Well, I think he should get the biscuits since he knew what was going on.
Was P.T. Barnum covered in mud?
Oh, yes.
Take him inside Overwinter, dry him out, and burn him.
Well, look at that. We mentioned Napoleon, and I've gone and done the old accidentally gone and shoved my hand inside my shirt.
I went to Boulogne with some friends.
Ooh.
Boulogne.
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 Springiest place in France.
No, that's the Boulogne.
We drive off the train and there's this big column in the distance. It turns out
Matt
that
Gray's penis.
there is Napoleon's massive erection. It's as big as Nelson's column, but it was built to commemorate Napoleon's invasion of England.
Premature.
Yes, literally, his erection was premature. It's since been changed to commemorate the meeting of the generals there.
The AGM that they had beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, the story is build them after you've done it, to be
Yes.
honest.
Your next one then is Galahad. Not the name for Matt Gray's penis. Move on.
What if it... Wait. You dismissed that. What if that actually is the name of Matt Gray's penis?
Whoever removes Matt's sword from this stone.
Held aloft by the lady in the lake.
If only.
Is it a Knights of the Round Table thing,
Yes, it
perchance?
is. Do you know who his father was? I mean, name some Arthurian knights. Someone's going to get it.
Lancelot.
There we go.
Yeah.
First one. Who was Lancelot's son in Arthurian legend?
The only one anyone knows. Lancelot, Guinevere, and then you're out of...
The other guys.
Percival.
Then you're out of National Lottery ball machines.
That's what I thought when you were saying that, actually.
Do they still use those? Because it must be getting to the end of the Arthurian Knights by now.
Well, when they get to Sir Bag, I'm sure Sir Bag the useless.
And today we're using set of balls number 4 and draw machine back.
That's why we weren't allowed to name them, wasn't it?
Your next one is dark.
What was the coal cellar I spent moaning my formative years in like?
It's one of those irritating 50-50 questions. The answers are white or dark.
Which one contains no cocoa butter?
Oh, that's a bloody good
Only
answer.
cocoa solids.
It is a food question. It's not chocolate.
Oh.
Beans?
Poultry.
There we go.
Meat.
Yep. Which meat on a roast turkey has more calories?
Turkeys, right, just to sum them up, they're horrible when they're alive and even f***ing worse when they're dead.
Apparently you meant to brine them. This is the new fad among American chefs for Thanksgiving. You brine the turkey.
If you got to arse around to make it taste of something...
Buy a goose and have done.
Exactly.
Quite right, that's what I would
I've
say.
never had goose.
Did one at
No.
Christmas.
It's nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, don't go and pay like 80 quid for one because you can get them for a tenner from Lidl, is what I
Or you,
found out.
or you can get them for the cost of an air rifle pellet in the local park.
They're fatty as. I mean,
Yeah.
I measured how much fat I got out of it. I got nearly 1.5 litres of fat out of not a very big goose.
Did you make
Wow.
roast potatoes with it?
Did I f***ing yeah?
Were they nice and crispy?
Well, I got a jar of it in... How northern am I? Sorry, I've got a jar of pure animal fat in my fridge.
Well, how do you still have that? Surely you'd cook everything in it and then...
Because immediately after, we decided to go on a diet. So every time I open my fridge, I have a jar full of goose fat taunting me, going, you know you want roast potatoes.
I heard the quotation marks around that "we" there. I had deep fried turkey once. Best turkey I've ever had.
Horrifically dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because if you forget Archimedes' principle, you have hot fat splashing immediately into a fire.
Turkey fireball.
Because you've got to use it is like a special receptacle, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
imagine
an
how big
oil
a-
drum,
yeah,
basically.
you can make a turkey mortar as well, is the thing.
What?
If you get a pedal bin, okay, you fill the bottom of it with. Don't try this at home, kids. All right, don't. This is not even for grown-ups. It's for idiots like us. You get a pedal bin. You fill the bottom of it with hairspray. Then you stick a turkey in it and some frozen veg as shrapnel, obviously. There's some grape shot. Stick it over a fire. Let it heat up. Of course, hairspray explodes. Fires turkey.
I have a pedal bin.
Look out, London.
I mean,
Tower Bridge is going to get a new attraction.
Your next one is Arnold Palmer.
Name a good name for a Sorry.
Let's offer it Arnold Palmer.
Got a birdie on that one.
Oh, it is. He is a golfer. Obviously, that is the question.
Is who Masters Golf Championship, something like that?
Quite the opposite.
Who?
Who never won a Masters golf
Okay,
championship?
not quite that much of an opposite. It's an obscure trivia question. Who set a record for golf earnings without winning a national title?
Well played, sir, in your own crazy way. I'd like to get paid for not doing
Crazy way. Does he have like a rubber bat? And it's not a bat. It's
Here's
a
a
cue.
thought.
A golf cue. Does it
No.
go-
Stick.
Sorry.
Stick.
crazy golf.
Yeah.
Does it require different skills to normal golf? I.e., could you race a proper golf around a crazy golf course and it'd be almost,
I think it's more even that way than if you tried to play Tiger on a...
Yes.
Yeah, this is it.
Putting, essentially. It's a putting championship
But like you
with
say,
a lot of obstacles.
it's putting, but not with a big windmill in the way, is
But they'll
it?
probably be able to aim for the gap better.
Yeah.
And see if, someone who is the world champion at mini golf is compared to Nick Faldo. All my references are from the 90s today.
I've never heard of Nick Faldo.
Really?
He was a golfer and he had lady issues, didn't he, as well, I do believe.
I think quite a few golfers have had lady issues.
They've all
it?
got thrush.
What?
Oh! Birdie, eagle, thrush.
Oh, dear.
Can you imagine if, in days of yore, when terminology was being set, thrush was set. He has thrush now. Would you intentionally miss to get to eagle?
To be fair, they have bogey, which is still hilarious, which is about 6 years old. Next up then, the hummingbird. Why has that got a gig? Oh, for God's sake, it's not that penis.
What, you mean what's about 5 inches long, extensible?
noise.
You've listed all the characteristics of the hummingbird apart from the one that's on my card.
Highest wing beat rate.
Not all.
Doesn't land.
characteristics of the hummingbird.
Eats flowers.
Is impossible to ride.
Depends how big the hummingbird is.
No, I mean, that's generally a kind of a standard size, to be honest. I think a giant man-sized hummingbird would be the scariest thing you've ever seen. It would just sound like a lot of Apache helicopters, wouldn't it?
I'm just going to park up my hummingbird here.
I just got the image of a giant hummingbird around Big Ben, pecking through the glass, desperately seeking nectar.
That'd be great.
Taking Lyle Factory.
Oh, God, no! Air raid sirens, giant hummingbird comes over York.
I'll tell you what, if you were parking in it, though, it'd be quite easy to park. The reason for that, compared to other birds.
Rear parking sensors.
Oh, you're so close. It's the only bird that can do something.
Reverse.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
the
yeah.
only bird that can fly backwards.
Yeah, it does that to show off to other birds.
Hey, look at this.
Bet you a fiver. I can go backwards.
Trouble is, it has to make sort of a meep, meep, meep noise while it does it.
Warning, this hummingbird is reversing.
Your last one, then, is Queen Victoria.
Who'd win in a fight of all the lady monarchs?
Oh,
Elizabeth I.
Oh, yeah.
No. You see, she might be. I'm not showing the height of Elizabeth I from where I'm sat right now without Google, but I reckon that Queen Victoria's handbag that would have a serious weight to it with all the Arthur memorabilia.
Can we
And she'd just swing that and thwack. And you'd be
Didn't she
down.
have a perimeter to protect herself?
She did as well. She had the big skirt, didn't she?
Can we count Mary Queen of Scots in it?
Oh, that's true. How far back are we going? Because you can get Bodicea in there at a push.
Oh,
And to be
yes.
fair, she's just going to carriage you.
Yeah. She's just going to rock up in a chariot with
Hi.
blades on the back.
Hi!
No, I'd be thinking you can't use any accent.
Sorry, let's hold that for a minute.
Hi.
That was Boudica's entrance, was it?
She was from King's Cross. I mean, that's
Oh, lovely!
basically we're saying that Bodicea would sound like Barbara Windsor in a Carry On film. No, I reckon it'd have to be no weapons. Just straight
Straight knockdown, drag out.
queen
Each-
on queen.
Each
Scrap,
of their
yeah.
physical prime here, we're presumably not getting late period Victoria.
Not
and
not
late
like
period.
not all in one decade when they were all dead except for one of them.
Yeah, well, we're not putting today's Liz II against
You would
Victoria in a prime.
you would say late 60s Elizabeth II.
Yeah.
You'd say probably 18. Yeah, the 60s is quite a good one, isn't it? Because you get 1860s Queen Victoria when she's full and at it. She's got to be in the big dress with the big perimeter, like you say,
course,
special
yeah.
skill. And I don't know for the rest of them, it's all like I say mid prime of their life, and just obviously you have to do a random draw. I was
thinking big pylon rather than like.
Oh, you
bracket
mean
system.
last queen standing?
Yeah. Yeah, last man standing.
Sorry, no, last queen reigning.
Yes.
Yeah. Raining blood by the end of
Oh, reigning.
Tell you what,
blood.
this is a pay-per-view event, this, isn't it?
The thing is, I'd rather the draw system because I like the idea of everyone wants the final to be Liz 1 versus Liz 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather see a knockout system.
Yeah. Because you could get an upset, couldn't you? You know, Liz 2 would probably smack out Victoria, which no one would, bet on. She just comes out with an unexpected roundhouse from the smaller skirts.
On the other hand, Victoria, we are not amused.
Get this signed up. We've got a winner.
You mentioned Albert memorabilia.
Yes.
Jared. You're along the right lines, but it couldn't really fit in a handbag.
Albert Memorial or Albert Hall, then?
Yes. Anyone want to know what she did to the Albert Hall? She actually did something personally.
Filleted.
I can't remember.
You know that moment where words just drop out your mouth, you have no control over them?
Laid cornerstone, laid
Oh, there we go.
capstone,
Have the
something like
point.
I thought you were going to say laid an egg. Sorry. Your Majesty is egg bound.
Yeah, who laid the foundation stone of the Royal Albert Hall in 1867?
How you say laid the foundation?
egg.
It does sound like a euphemism for a royal toilet visit, though. Her Majesty is just laying the foundations.
She was on the throne for a long time.
The thing is, genuinely in Wakefield, there's this kind of art building, and it's for the opening. They've done sort of a sculpture that is the shape of an egg, but it does say this foundation stone was laid by Baroness. I'm like,
Big lass.
laid a stone egg.
All right, well, that is all we've got time for. Congratulations, Chris. You win this week's show.
Excellent.
You win the new adventure game where you have to rescue Zoe Ball from Atlantis. It's called Balls Deep. So with that, thank you very much to Matt Gray, to Chris Joel,
No, none of that.
to Gary Brannan.
Johnny Ball won't reveal all on that one.
That's been the technical difficulties. We'll see you next time.
Good luck cutting that one into a seamless flow.
Who's Mike Flowers?